as I predicted, Trevor Bauer has been officially released by the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers will end up having to pay for Trevor Bauer's contract, which is about $22 million, leading to the fact that if a team does decide to sign him, they just have to sign him to the league minimum, which is $720,000. Literally, this is up for grabs for any baseball team to go out there, contact Trevor Bauer and his agent, and come up with a deal where technically Trevor Bauer doesn't need millions of dollars because the Dodgers are already paying him $22 million. This leaves a great opportunity for a team to really get a solid pitcher into their rotation. But the thing is, it will come with some backlash, possibly bad media, things like that, a bad image, because if you see my other videos or if you've heard of what happened with Trevor Bauer, it's just a whole mess of things, and I won't get too much into that, but just basically a conflict with a woman that he was very close with, and something happened there. You get my point. So anyways, besides that, Trevor Bauer is a solid baseball player, but he has been seen as one of those controversial guys in the clubhouse, one of those loudmouth personalities that a lot of clubhouses really don't like. So could a team out there decide to go and take him on? ESPN did a survey with 24 agents and front office executives to find out how exactly is Trevor Bauer's market going to be like. And the common response was basically like this: I don't expect anyone to sign him. Everyone feels like no one is going to sign Trevor Bauer. But with such a great deal, and with the fact that everything is starting to be resolved with his whole situation in his personal life, this could be a really big steal for a team to go out there and get an ace-type pitcher into their rotation for very cheap. So I can see at least one team going out there and grabbing him. So I made a list of the top 4 teams with some bonus teams so that you guys get an idea on where exactly I think Trevor Bauer will land and where most likely he will land. So let's get started. But before we do, 89% of you guys are not subscribed. Let's see if we can bring that down to below 89. Let's say 85, 80, maybe even lower. So if I earn your subscription, make sure to smash that subscribe button and also to like the video. I really appreciate each and every single one of you guys, and I would love to have you come along for each and every video I upload. But let's get into it. Coming in at number 4 is the Houston Astros. Think about this. The Houston Astros lost Justin Verlander to the Mets, and they need another pitcher there. Of course, the Houston Astros are already set up better than any team, I would say, with young talent to basically cover that Justin Verlander loss. But could the Houston Astros see a potential here to get a Trevor Bauer, have him be in the back end of the rotation, and fill in that void that Verlander is basically going to leave behind? Just have him for a year and see what they can do with him. It would come very cheap. They have dealt with controversy in the past, obviously, and they have had big personalities like a Carlos Correa, hasn't been well liked in the media and as well as other teams and clubhouses. So if that's the case, maybe they could take on a Trevor Bauer, renew his image, and get a great value for their buck. On top of that, that rotation would be crazy. And of course, they would be one of the favorites to win the World Series again if they have a Trevor Bauer, and also without a Trevor Bauer. But it's a possibility that I'm sure the Houston Astros should be looking at. We shall see. Going into number 3, I did a combination of 2 teams here because they're kind of like in the same boat, kind of. So here we go. The San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. The San Diego Padres, just for the simple fact that they're kind of like the Mets in the sense that they're building a super team. They got Juan Soto there, Machado there, Tatis there, all these guys there. They tried to bring in Judge. They tried to bring in Turner. They tried to bring in everyone there. So why not bring over a Trevor Bauer, stick it to the Dodgers, and make something out of that? Literally, you're going to have the Dodgers pay for Trevor Bauer, and Trevor Bauer is going to kick the Dodgers' butts. That would be awesome, and vice versa for the San Francisco Giants. San Francisco Giants have missed out on a bunch of players, and I'm sure their fan base could be looking for someone else to really root for. The loss of Carlos Rodon, they could easily slip on in a Trevor Bauer and also stick it to the Dodgers. It's a cheap alternative, and I don't see why not. Yes, take that short-term media backlash or whatever, but at the end of the day, Trevor Bauer is going to be a solid baseball player, and with time, people will forget. Coming in at number 2, the Texas Rangers. Yes, I know, the Texas Rangers is a team that has been pretty much bad for the last few seasons, but they have been making big splashes and spending money to really create a solid team. This offseason alone, they've stacked up their starting rotation where they have Jacob deGrom, John Gray, Andrew Heaney, Nathan Eovaldi, and why not throw in a Trevor Bauer? They have said that they're done with starting pitching, but you can never have enough starting pitching. Imagine that rotation and having Trevor Bauer be towards the end. That would be epic for the Texas Rangers. And imagine sticking it to the Houston Astros and saying, hey, we have one of the best rotations out here. That would be awesome. The Houston Astros need competition, and the Texas Rangers being that good with Trevor Bauer, I wouldn't mind it. And on top of that, Texas seems to be such a relaxing place and low-key place where Texas Rangers don't have that pressure to win necessarily right now. With all of those veterans there with Trevor Bauer, I feel like it would be a really solid fit for Trevor Bauer to really bounce back and then go into free agency the following season. And coming in at number 1, the New York Mets. The Mets going forward are going to be in most conversations. Now that they have Steve Cohen is breaking all the rules. A lot of people said, oh, he'll never go beyond a certain amount of money, even if he's the richest owner. But guess what? He did, and he's pushing it to that $500 million payroll mark. And that's crazy to think of that we would ever see an owner get to that point. But we are. And I wouldn't put it past him if Carlos Correa goes away and they don't end up making an agreement. Why not switch out that personality of evil Carlos Correa out for a Trevor Bauer? Even though the Mets have one of the most solid rotations right now, why not bring it on over? Steve Cohen, I can see him easily doing this. Even if the Mets get Carlos Correa, I can still see them getting a Trevor Bauer. And I'm sure the Mets fan base and everyone will take it on with such joy. And I'm sure Trevor Bauer will be fine. He will thrive in a big market like that, especially with his big personality. That's why I see the New York Mets being the front runners to get a Trevor Bauer, especially if they miss out on Carlos Correa, because there's nothing else really that Steve Cohen can do in order to say, hey, we're making a big splash here. Obviously, they already made a big splash, but Steve Cohen's standard of big splash is making another big splash. And the bonus one is the New York Yankees. Of course, I have to include the New York Yankees. I love the Yankees, but the Yankees aren't the same team as they were in years past. And sometimes I question if they're going to be willing to take on a Trevor Bauer, but I'm going to include him because you can never count the Yankees out. Yes, of course, the Yankees have improved their starting rotation. I understand that. The only question in that rotation really is Montas. Montas did horribly the previous season, and on top of that, I don't really know if he can handle New York. Could Montas go away in a package deal to the Pittsburgh Pirates to get a Brian Reynolds or to a different team? Possibly. And could we get a Trevor Bauer to fill in that fifth role? Imagine having a Trevor Bauer as your fifth pitcher. Now, that's the evil empire. It doesn't matter what the media wants to say. It doesn't matter any of that. Just do what you got to do. Look at what Steve Cohen's doing. He doesn't care what's happening. He doesn't care the media, whatever. He's just doing whatever he wants to do. The Yankees have that same power and ability. And I would want to see that with a Trevor Bauer. Honestly, it would put the Yankees over the top when it comes to starting rotation and pitching. And of course, they have missing holes when it comes to getting that left fielder, but it gives you more flexibility to ship on out Montas and get a left fielder. On top of that, Trevor Bauer is very cheap. If he accepts the league minimum, which, it's probably going to end up him taking the league minimum, then you got a really good offer here that's not going to really hurt you too much when it comes to the luxury tax. The Dodgers are basically giving you a freebie here to any MLB team. Let me know what team Trevor Bauer will end up with. Or will he not end up with any teams? Based on that survey from ESPN, it doesn't seem like any team wants to sign him. But these are the teams that I believe have the best chance of signing them and taking them away. As always, thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. As always, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like button if I earned it, and I'll see you guys next time.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.